Hi everyone, my name is JG. Welcome to the Hobby Streakers. Today we are gonna do a review on Godhand, which are sprue cutters from Japan, considered to be the best sprue cutters out there. We are gonna compare it to a couple of other sprue cutters that I have. I'll be cutting a few pieces of this sprue. This is North Star military figure, Stargrave, and this is part of the Trooper set. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit, and I'm gonna cut a few pieces, and then I'm gonna do a close-up just so that we can compare. So first, those sprue cutters, probably some of the earliest one that I've used. I mean, you can use something like this, but that would be pretty bad. Those are just wire cutters. You do not really want to use wire cutters for cutting sprues. I mean, it's just not. It will. I mean, yes, they cut through sprues, but you can see that cut is just absolutely nasty. Like, it crushes the whole thing and everything. So, and basically that's kind of where lies the difference. And I'm actually not gonna cut through. I will cut through a few pieces, and then I will cut through the actual sprue itself so we can see the difference. Let me just use the old trusty ones. Let me cut like probably somewhere around there, this arm, so that we can see. I'm gonna leave them on the side. Let me cut. Let's see if we can find something where. There we go. This one's got a couple where. So you wanna get as close as possible and cut it off. All right. Cuts very nice. Now the next one is the Army Painter. That I've had those for a few months. I've upgraded from my previous one because they were starting to be quite old. And again, I'm just gonna wanna cut as close as possible to the actual part, and you can hear that clack when it cuts the sprue. Alright, let's see if we can get, there we go. Alright, that's a couple of parts with this. And now this is the famous Godhand, and those are the SP120, and they're, like I said, considered to be some of the best sprue cutters out there. So we're just gonna cut a few pieces. Yeah, I'm trying to and I'm still getting surprised every time I cut with those, because they're just, I mean, you do not even feel like you're cutting through the sprue. It just cuts right through it, like boink, and it's off. Let me see. This one had one that was already off, but let's see if we can cut. So yeah, you want to get super close, cut, and cut, and like you don't hear that telltale click of that you're actually cutting any piece. So let's see the results, and I mean, I will probably zoom in even more to the max that my phone can do. And sorry about my fingers, I still got paint on it. So here you can see like the little knob that's left there. And yeah, so those are with those old ones. Yeah, this is kind of why I ended up buying new ones, because you're left with some pretty bad. Yeah, and like this one you can see also, like from the side, like yeah, you can tell like it requires cleaning. Now I've upgraded to the army cutter, the army painter, sprue cutters. Like, that color is not bad. Usually that is a pretty bad cut. And then the shoes, yeah, again, not bad. It's clean enough. Again, a lot less cleaning. You have to do a lot less cleaning. There's not really any pieces sticking out. It's just crushed a little bit. So it requires some cleaning, but I mean, again, on the gun there, very minimal. Now, Godhand. I mean, I don't know. So this was attached to the top, which peeled off by itself, but the other one was... I'm having a hard time figuring out. I think that's where it was. I'm having a hard time figuring out where was the anchor point on this. Let me see with the other ones. So one at the bottom here of the gun. Like, yeah, you're gonna have a hard time. I mean, the mold line is almost more noticeable than where it actually, like, this is just crazy good. Yeah, like, yeah, there we go. This one you can tell right there. But I mean, it is quite something. Now, and this is what I was talking about, this sprue. So that's with the wire cutter, which was pretty bad. Bad idea, don't do that. Let's see now with those, which are, and again, you see, you get that pinching effect. Now, if you look at both of them, you can see that this is a little bit better. Now, let's try to cut with those and see how those do. There we go. So those are even better. I mean, you can still get that pinching effect. And now let's see with those, which I know I'm not, I hope I'm not gonna, oof, yeah, that is the difference. There we go. So that is the big difference, is that this is almost straight compared to something like this, which is, you can see that pinching effect, and then you get to something like this where you have almost no pinching effect. And that's kind of the whole point of those snippers. They are made for gunpla, which is building Gundams, and so the big difference is that you can paint Gundams, but usually people don't, and so you do not want to leave those white marks that you get when you cut something. This sprue, you want to keep it as much as possible mark free. So my verdict is that those Godhand is, I mean, they are incredible cutters. And yes, I would recommend, if you have nothing else to buy for your hobby and you really want to upgrade your sprue cutting and reduce your, I mean, if you love building, that is awesome, because then you will just enjoy building a lot more. If building is a pain and cleaning is a pain, again, this is great, because then you will spend a lot less time cleaning. Because there is, I mean, those are, I mean, I have a hard time, I can see it a little bit, but it just is crazy. The amount of, like, cleaning that you'll get, yeah, you can get so much more done and a lot less cleaning with those sprue cutters. Now, if you have something like this, Army Painter, Monuments Hobby, Games Workshop, whatever. I mean, they all make some really good sprue cutters at different price level. This is quite expensive for what they are, but again, you've seen it. I mean, you cut through plastic like it's butter. It's just amazing. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Again, Godhand. If you want them, yeah, I'll leave a link below. You can find them on Amazon. Awesome sprue cutters. But if you have something like this, which I'm already calling a high-hand cutters, like from the Army Paint, any hobby brand, Army Painter, Hobby, the Monument Hobbies, Games Workshop, probably others do. I mean, if you have something like this already, then you're pretty much set. I would not spend the money to buy something like this. But if you really want to upgrade to the highest level possible, there you are. Alright, well, hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment. Let me know if you want me to try something else. I don't know if I'll, like if you want me to cut something else with it, like I'm not gonna abuse them. And I think it's pretty much, you can see from the cuts that I've made that, yeah, those are just incredible. Alright, well, bye everyone, and hope you enjoy. Podcast will record in a couple of weeks. It's gonna be the new podcast for 2022. New episode, I should say. So yeah, join us for that, and catch you all later. Bye.